Welcome back everyone to my tutorial series, and today we're going to be discussing for loops. Okay, so the simplest for loop in Rust is basically an infinite loop. So to have an infinite loop in Rust, what you want to do is type in loop followed by curly braces, so like that. So that's the simplest, and let me make the font a little bit bigger. Okay, so this is the simplest for loop you can have, or not for loop, an infinite loop. And in this loop you can do whatever you want. So let's say we want to print something to the screen indefinitely. So print ln and then, infinite loop. Okay, and let's run it in the terminal. So let's go to my variables project and run the program. And as you can see, it will keep printing that sentence we typed, because this is an infinite loop. It will keep printing. If you want to break it, just close the program. Okay, so that's the simplest loop in Rust. If you want a while loop, you can do the following. You could say while true, but it makes it so much easier for Rust because of type inference to just type in this, and it will know it's an infinite loop. It will run forever. The second type of loop is a while loop. So you could do a condition while a condition is true. So for example, let's say let equals 5. So let x equals 5, and then we're gonna say let false. Okay, so let's done equals false. And we're going to say while not done. So not false is equal to true. That's the negation of false. Okay, while true, we want to do something with the value of x. So what we're going to do is say, okay, x plus equals, minus 3. So we're going to keep subtracting 3 from x. And then we're going to print x. So we're going to print the value of x. Okay, and then what we want to do is make like a small if statement. So if if x, so if we divide by 5 and the remainder is 0, I just want to say that done is equal to true. Okay, so when done is equal to true and it restarts the loop, it's going to say not true, which is false, and it's going to finish the loop. It's going to cut the loop. Okay, and yeah, I guess this will work. So let's try it out. So let's go back to our terminal. Let's go back to our projects folder, and we're going to hit cargo run. And as you can see, it's going to keep subtracting 3. So -1, -4, -7, -10, and then -10 divided by 5 is has a remainder of 0. So that's when the while loop actually stops here. So when this condition is true, our done variable, which is a boolean, is going to be also true. Okay, and then it's going to say while not true, while false, and then because it's false, it's not going to run this while loop. Okay, so that's for the while loop. What about for loops? In other programming languages, you've seen for loops like this. So for, int I equals 0, I less than 5, and then I plus plus. Well, it's really different for Rust. It's not how you do it in Rust. In Rust, what you basically say is for I in, so for, for a variable I, and 0 ... and this is your range, this is your expression. Okay, we're gonna print I. So we're gonna print I here. Okay, so let's run this. And as you can see, it prints from 0 to 9. Okay, so why does it do this? Well, because this range right here, okay, prints values from 0 inclusive to 10 exclusive. So it excludes the last value. So it's only going to be from 0 to 9. Okay, that's why it prints 0 to 9 to the screen. And that's our for loop. So it pretty much says for a variable here in a specific expression, print that variable. Okay, so that's how you do for loops in Rust. Let me remove this so it's clearer for you guys, because it was giving me warnings. So let's run this again. So now you can see it more clear without the warnings. So it's a little bit distracting. So let me do this again. So it prints from 0 to 9. Okay, so that's how loops work in Rust. So you've seen the infinite loop, you've seen the while loop, and finally you've seen the for loop. We'll cover more advanced loops in the future, hopefully. But that's it for today, guys. I just wanted to give you the basics of loops in Rust. I hope you enjoyed the tutorial. Please comment, share, subscribe if you find the tutorial helpful. And I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.